It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watched, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabel. Last night we watched episode 3 of The Bachelorette, season 10. The show aired on Sunday, June 1st, 2014. Here's what we thought about it.
Oh my gosh, this was a crazy episode.
Well, it's only going to get crazier. You know that, right?
I had so many flip-flops during this episode with Nick in particular. I just didn't know whether I like him or I don't like him.
I'm kind of on the same boat with that because even from the 2 episodes ago now,
yeah,
it was one of those things where they talked about family, but I'm not really sure what she saw in him, so I was surprised. I still don't see it.
There was a lot of attitude and kind of this negativity. I mean, when he was saying, let's be honest, what are the chances this is going to work out here? I thought, dude, if you don't think that, what are you doing there?
Yeah, he kind of had a chip on his shoulder. I mean, I kind of understand where he's coming from, too.
Okay.
I appreciate the fact that he's coming into it as a skeptic, and at least he's being honest about it, not just playing the game for what it is. But
well, that's true. It's just so disappointing when you see a guy that's just kind of complacent about the process. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
it kind of bugged me throughout the episode, just the different comments that he was making.
Well, it was kind of like he was trying to show off, I'm just too cool for school, right?
Exactly.
I kind of got that vibe.
And just saying, I just need to see if it's worth sticking around, that kind of thing. I just thought, okay.
Okay, I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you saw any of the intro videos that they posted online, but they showed Andrews. And I don't know what it is about him, but there's something that just bugs me about him.
Right.
There's just a smirk on his face. Ugh.
Huh.
Yeah, really getting to me. And with last night's episode, that just kills me.
Yeah.
Because of his attitude, right?
Exactly. Well, he did have quite a bit of ego.
I still don't get the whole Marcus infatuation either.
You don't?
I don't...
Oh, I do.
He seems like he's too needy.
You
in that sense. I mean, is it just me?
So?
Maybe it's just me.
Well, I think he's just quieter. I think he's maybe more reflective, maybe more unassuming. For sure.
Yeah. So what'd you think about this group date that they did in downtown Santa Barbara?
I thought the group date was hilarious.
I was cringing.
Right? It confirms one thing for me for sure, and that is my distaste for Bradley. I hate to say it, but it's just the singing. It's just too much. And it's just so in your face.
Yeah.
Do you have to talk about it all the time? And I get that this group date was kind of tailored for him though too, so
maybe, although I don't know that it made him shine in a very, very good light.
Yeah.
But essentially when they got introduced to Boyz II Men and learned that they're going to be singing, he's like, I know how to sing, and he feels like he has to shout it from the rooftops.
Right.
And I'm glad that they knew who the Boyz II Men group was.
Right. I'm glad they weren't too young to know who they were.
Although I will say that they killed that song and not in a good way.
The little cutouts they did, where they were showing the guys practicing and then Andi practicing, I thought that was really hilarious and fun. Just to kind of see their personalities a bit, and see them out of their comfort zone.
Yes, they were all out of their comfort zone, with the exception of Bradley. Although, yes, Bradley kind of overdid it with the singing.
Yeah.
Again. Did you see the girl in the audience with the hands over the ears at some point?
The little kid who just had her hands over her ears the whole time.
Sitting on her dad's shoulders like, no, make this stop.
Oh my gosh. It was just so fun to watch, and I loved Markel and Tassos in particular.
Yes, they did a good job.
Right?
They went for it.
They really went for the performance factor.
And I liked how they all tried to kind of interact with Andi and the crowd. Yeah. And then they all I think most of them just kind of let their guard down and just said, forget it. Let's just go and have fun.
And even when they forgot the words, like when Josh forgot the words, I thought it was cute.
Thank you. I forgot the words.
But then again, I think anything Josh does, it would be cute.
Yes, he is very easy on the eyes.
Isn't he?
Very easy, yes. I think he's going to go far. I think I've said this every week that we've been watching this episode, and we're only in, episode 3 now?
Yeah.
So what'd you think about their dinner thing after? Well, I don't even know if you could call it dinner. We never see them eating, but...
Yeah, kind of when they got a little gussied up at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I thought several things about that. Cody's little dance and strut was hilarious. The prank that Andi played on Cody was hilarious.
No, the look on his face, just kind of, wait, what?
Oh my gosh.
He really didn't know how to react to that, and just like the color drained from his face, didn't it? Obviously, Josh, again, with his little interaction with Andi, we could totally tell it. There's something between them, obviously.
Yeah,
a little bit more than with the other guys, for sure.
Yeah, there's that, I hate to say the C word, connection.
Oh, I thought you were going to say chemistry.
That too. They do have a little spark together, and I like that she puts him off his game a little bit. I think that's always good.
I like the fact that he says, I want to see you every day. I like you. She goes, how much?
Yeah, and why? Why do you like me? Don't stop kissing me, but tell me why you like me.
And Marcus, of course, has to talk about how he's jealous and
blah,
blah, blah.
I know, but props to him for going in for the kiss. What'd you think about that?
It goes back to what I was saying earlier about how I think he's kind of needy. So it's just that I think him asking for the kiss, it's just kind of, I want more, I need more,
I love your Marcus impression. That's awesome. I love it.
She's always with everyone else. Why not me? I haven't had a date with one-on-one with her. And then, so after all, it's just like, dude, shut up. Really? I'm just saying.
Yes. I'm loving it.
She goes on this one-on-one date with JJ, right?
Yeah.
And they, quote-unquote, grow old together. What the hell?
Cute premise, though. I get why she did it.
Well, I mean, I know they've got the whole day, but all this time that they have to take to get put into makeup, and it seemed a little on the cheesy side.
It's the Bachelorette, right?
As the date progressed, then it kind of makes a little bit more sense to me, because JJ kind of seems, this is kind of right up his alley with the hijinks and the craziness and the fun.
And the getting to wear different outfits.
Yes. We could talk about his pants in a little bit, too,
that
he wore at the rose ceremony.
Yeah, I liked, the whole principle behind it. Her dad and her mom have been together for, what did she say, like 37 years or something like that? She sees her parents. We got to meet last season. We know what a character he is and how fun her parents are, and just to know that they've been together for so long, I could see where...
Okay, so that's where it comes from. Now, is it just me, or do they make him look worse than she looked? Like, they made him look older, right?
I know, right? Poor guy. Yeah, he got the worst of the liver spots. She just looked really pretty with a couple of wrinkles.
Exactly. Well, I guess we need to talk about this whole Andrew situation then.
Yeah, so
granted, with the intro video, I wasn't that spectacularly impressed by Andrew. He seems kind of smarmy and, wow, aren't I hot kind of thing.
Well, you really saw the smarminess in this episode.
Absolutely. Doesn't he look like he has this smirk, like he's hiding something?
Well, yeah, the whole smirk during the rose ceremony, and then whenever he looks at Andi, he has that smirk, and it's just kind of, it's kind of creepy.
It is.
I don't like it.
No, I don't either. I mean, I was kind of ambivalent about him at first, obviously, and then the second episode, and then I saw those online intros.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tell you that he's wearing shoes with no socks.
Dude.
And he's wearing a suit.
Okay, where does he live?
Culver City.
Yeah, that's kind of a California thing.
Is it?
If you're wearing a suit, finish it off.
Thank you. So yeah, this crazy story comes up from JJ about Andrew claiming and bragging to the guys that he had gotten a hostess's number at some point on some group date, right?
The whole premise was that he had asked for it.
Oh,
when
that's
they
right.
approached him, his side of the story was, somebody gave me their phone number, but, he was trying to say that he basically didn't ask for it.
Just JJ and Josh approached him saying, hey,
yeah,
I wasn't around when this happened. I heard this happened. What can you tell me about it? Perhaps Josh came off a little strong. He probably could have approached it a little differently, but regardless, Andrew just kind of says, I'm not going to get into it, and walks away.
Yeah. In this particular instance, based on what it was about, I kind of had respect for the two of them deciding to approach him. I thought that was really cool.
Definitely, instead of just running off to Andi like, oh my God, guess what?
Right? And just kind of defending her honor, so I liked that part of it.
I think Andrew ran away just to kind of gather his story and kind of like, okay, how am I going to get myself out of this?
Yeah.
Who knows how long he was holed up in his room for, but not good when he's coming down and trying to change the story or spin
And
it.
what'd you think about him calling them lowlifes?
Oh, unbelievable.
That was not cool, right?
No, it's the equivalent of saying that girls don't like me because they're jealous of me.
Yeah.
He thinks that they're attacking him because they think he's a threat.
Yeah, it's so not the case.
But I love the fact that all the guys started getting involved, and he's spinning his version of the story, but then all the guys are like,
No, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
we didn't see it happen. You came to us. You started bragging about it.
Yeah, you were bragging about it in the car and in the room later, and all of us were there, so yeah. Andrew's game has been exposed.
I had to laugh, too, because he's going on about going mano a mano, and I was thinking, he
brother.
doesn't know what that means. Like, hand to hand. He thinks he knows Spanish, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So... Can we talk about Marcus giving Andi a note?
Okay, I'm sensing that you probably thought that was cheesy.
Yes!
Okay, I thought it was cute.
Well, I think because I think he's that whole needy.
Yeah.
I won't do the voice again, but...
No, please do. Do
I
it.
need more. I want more.
Here's a letter for you.
I have a letter. I want you to read it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
But I like Nick's move of sending a bouquet of flowers, which was sweet.
Yeah, I thought that was very sweet.
Although it arrives right when she's having some one-on-one time with Eric. And Eric is just...
Yeah, inopportune time, of course. And then it was like the elephant in the room that he could not look away from.
Right. I felt so bad for him. I thought, oh, man.
Right? And then when he said he was completely losing his train of thought and couldn't remember what he was saying, I could see that was a beautiful bouquet.
And he's thinking, man, it's not for me.
How do I get out of this?
I did like how Eric said something about there was some sort of gentleman's agreement at the beginning, but the competition's coming out. So.
Right? Of course. Gosh, and we're only in
goodness.
week 3. What the heck?
Yeah, so Ron gets this phone call or has to contact someone and finds out. I mean, he didn't provide too much information. He just said, I gotta go.
Yeah.
A friend died, and he was out.
But you could tell he was really torn up.
Oh, absolutely. Even when he was having his phone conversation and the cameras were right there and he kept waving them away. Like, no, go away. And he's walking away, too.
I know. And then he hung up and just put his head against the gate. I thought, oh my gosh, this is not good news.
No, certainly not. And, so I felt bad.
I did, too. But I respected Andi for saying what she did, that this is real life, you know?
is.
And real life includes things like this that come up unexpectedly, and just that she appreciated everybody kind of putting their lives on hold and going through this process with her.
Well, she had to put her life on hold, too.
Yeah, totally.
But no, it's a big commitment, because, this is supposed to be over the course of, say, a month and a half or something like that, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
somewhere around there.
You know, things happen in our lives, right? So...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I felt bad for Ron, so yeah, I hope everything is okay.
Crazy. So what'd you think about this rose ceremony? Because now, we started off with, 16 guys? And now we're left with 15 because Ron took off.
I like the fact that they're speeding it up, man.
Oh, well, we have fewer people to, each episode we're going to have fewer
I
people
know,
to...
but I like the fact that they're not lingering. Sometimes they used to just linger and play that music. Dun, 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 dun. It just was like...
I know.
We don't
Do you
have
know
to
what I've
promote
always
it.
noticed? I think this started from the first season of The Bachelorette when they hold that rose right in front of them. It's like this perfect up by their face in a sense. Like, why can't you just hold the rose in one hand and just say, I'm going to give it to so-and-so?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's like they hold it in front of them like a bridal bouquet, like
Yes.
at mouth level, and then...
I thought... It's such an unnatural pose. It's like she's about ready to start dancing or something. She's waiting for the music to start, and she's going to start twirling around and, give the rose to the guy. Every episode, I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Yes.
Oh, well. And does Chris Harrison have to come out every single time and say, this is the final rose?
Yes, he does. It's part of the show. We love it. We expect that, and this is the most dramatic season ever. So Chris always saying, gentlemen, Andi, this is the last rose of the evening.
As if you couldn't count. Well, I wasn't exactly sad to say goodbye to Bradley or Brett, so...
I was not either. And I did feel bad for Bradley at the end when he was crying.
True. I did see some tears roll down his cheeks.
I did feel bad because he's like, I just want to be loved. And, who hasn't felt like that? Who hasn't felt like, I just want to be loved and I was really ready? So, anyway, sorry.
Okay, well, Bradley and Brett and then Ron obviously ended up leaving. We're down to 13 guys now.
Well, I like most of the guys that are left, honestly.
Each of the guys that are left, I think, have something to offer.
Yeah.
With the exception of Andrew.
With the exception of Andrew. Yes. What is the deal? I'm just hoping that all of his stuff comes out.
Well, someone's bound to tell Andi about the hostess and the number and the bragging, how he tried to change his story and everything. So it's bound to come out.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I hope so too, because I don't want to see his smirk.
Yeah, he knows how to manipulate. Mm-hmm. He's in advertising. Boo, Andrew.
And your smarmy smile.
Okay, so the most hilarious thing to me in most of these episodes is the outtakes at the end. Did you watch all the way through?
I saw the one with Josh and
Tassos, and I was rolling.
And Josh was kind of leaning into Tassos, and they're talking to each other, and start singing the song, I'll Make Love to You.
Oh my gosh. I was rolling. I thought it was so hilarious, and props
I thought it was
to
adorable.
them for, being able to laugh at themselves. So
absolutely.
Yes. So on that note, and we'll see what drama happens, whether or not this all comes out.
It is the most dramatic season, so...
It is the most dramatic season ever.
I think they're traveling, too. Aren't they going to the East Coast this time, in the next episode? I think I remember hearing something about
cold weather or something, or snow. Yeah.
Where are they going? I don't know.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
And it's coming up really soon.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @DidTheLetterU.Watch It. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.